Hi, I'm Sue Workman. I'm Vice President IT and CIO at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Right after I became CIO at Case Western Reserve University, the Board of Trustees asked for a security audit. When we looked at the results of that, we saw a very dispersed kind of organization as it relates to security, as it relates to disaster recovery, and even as it relates just to general practice. After being in the ITLP CIC 1 cohort in 2007, I learned several lessons that I use every day. And one of those is you have to really build trust, and you have to build relationships in order to build trust, to do something as big as trying to centralize IT. So IT centralization means many things to many people. And so what we are trying to do and what we are trying to accomplish is to first reduce the threat surface, which means getting the servers and anything that responds as a server or as much as we can behind a firewall, which is either in our data center or in a cloud solution. And then secondly, it is to bring the IT professionals into the central IT organizations. I talked to the president and she was very supportive, and I just said, I don't think I can do this just on relationships that I have after a year. She's a great person and has really backed me and backed this project. Without that, we could not have done this. However, being in the ITLP cohort, and those of you who have gone through the simulation exercise, you know what happens when just something comes down from the top without having interactions happen in between. I call it the M word, mandate. So the way we attack that is from the point on where she declared that this is how it was going to be, that we then used a lot of the techniques that we learned in the CIC IT leadership program and that I use every day to start getting collaboration happening and to help people understand where it was going and to really get buy-in. One of the good things is that I had a cohort of my own, my direct reports, that were going through the Advanced Leaders program at the same time. And I believe that really helped us to try to understand how we come together, how we do get involvement. We have 4 goals in this. The first and most importantly is to reduce the threat surface. We want to really then also ensure business continuity and disaster recovery. I also want to improve the IT experience for all of the Case Western Reserve community, as well as optimizing the university's investments for information technology and just being good stewards of the money that we have overall. So in order to do this, we use the 3 lenses that you've all learned about through the MOR program, the strategic, political, and cultural. The message that the president sent, she declared that she really wanted to have her cabinet go first. And then the second portion was to move out to the rest of the administrative units. We have accomplished that so far. We really had to do this with transparency. People actually have been very happy that we have included them and collaborated with them. They feel heard and they feel like they've been able to give some input. We have put together different assessment teams from all over the university, to everything from assessing personnel to the infrastructure and what we need to bring into a data center or go on into the cloud. This is a really huge communication project as much as it is a technology or support project. We held an IT forum and invited anybody in IT around the university to attend. We had 200 people show up. We gave them opportunities in that session to ask questions. We explained what the vision was. We talked to them about how we were going to go about this collaboratively. And then we did a SWOT exercise. From there, we did a leadership summit, which was a day-long session with finance officers and the leaders of IT from the various schools, as well as the central IT organization, to begin to look at what do we do. And now we're doing monthly brown bag sessions too that are clearly open. Anybody can come. That was really pointed toward IT folks, but from that they suggested that we open these brown bag sessions up to anyone in the university that might have questions, and so we are doing that as well. So this brings us to a leadership question of what is our balance? We have, on one hand, we want to be very thoughtful. On the other hand, we need to do this in a very timely manner. This is really a question, though, of how we use our staff. We have to make sure that we have everyone prepared, that they have talking points, that they have all of the information that they need in order to accomplish what we have to accomplish. Another big point in a project like this is that you do this with the highest integrity and ethics. I think that that has been a really big point in our success so far, is that we have really taken this project, we have implemented it in the way it was laid out in the original message, and we have done that with trust. So being at this conference, you have a great opportunity to learn new skills, to practice skills, and to hone what you already know. IT in higher education requires us to reimagine it right now. We need to make great universities, and to make great universities requires great information technology. I hope you'll take this home, practice, and put your leadership skills into place.